Talk to me about the data center business, where you're seeing strength in that business.
Yeah. Well, we've been through a fairly significant transformation, as you know, from a company that was a relatively short period of time ago. 70% of our revenues and our cash flows came from the PC business. But through a series of investments, both organically and acquisitively, we've dramatically expanded our served market, where we have this collective set of capabilities that we think are well positioned to capitalize on what we believe is increasingly a data-centric world. That business now, as we said yesterday, is 45% of the revenues of the company and growing at 15% year on year. So it's been an important part of the transformation of the company, an important part of our growth, and an important part of our profitability.
So what part of that is white box? It's a really curious aspect of the industry. You've got companies like Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon creating white box devices, and I wonder how much of your data center business is selling chips to end user companies that are making their own devices.
Yeah. You know, as the company's been through a fairly dramatic transformation from PC-centric to data-centric, our data center business has also been through a fairly dramatic transformation from historically a company that really served enterprises, but has been through a massive transformation in and of itself, where today over 60% of the revenues of the data center business come from clouds, from the cloud and from the comms network providers. So it's been through a fairly dramatic transformation, and the players that you mentioned are key important customers and partners for us in the growth of the company.
So finally, one last question about one other market. Can you convince me in 60 seconds that you didn't pay too much for Mobileye?
I hope so. I mean, we look at the autonomous driving market and believe that much like Intel has been a significant player in the PCs, a significant player in data centers, we think Intel coupled with Mobileye will be a significant player in autonomous driving, and we see that market over time to be as big or even bigger than PCs and data centers. And we think the combination of Intel and Mobileye are uniquely positioned to be the leading player in autonomous driving. And as you know, we just closed that transaction a couple months ago. We're very excited to have the Mobileye team a part of Intel. And 2 months in, they've already surpassed our expectations. So we're excited about the addition of Mobileye to the company, and it was accretive in terms of earnings in its first 2 months. So early days, but we're looking forward to what we think we can do in that market.